I can't hear you. Hang on. Can you hear me? I still can't hear you. What is wrong? Can you hear me, Ryan?
Hey guys.
Okay, I can hear you. I was having trouble hearing Matt, so he logged off and logged in. So we're gonna see
Okay.
if I can hear him. And we're still waiting on Eli.
Are we supposed to be recording this or?
I have it. I am screen recording it, and I'm also broadcasting it with the Google Hangouts, so it'll post straight to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be able to send that link, and I have the backup of the QuickTime recording also.
Okay, cool.
Everybody already finished their outline.
Almost.
Matt seems to be having issues. So I'm guessing this week we're just going over our outlines, possibly practicing it from what I read for next week's turn-in of this final, I guess.
Okay.
I had it up somewhere. Where did it go? I'm sure Eli will be here soon because he responded probably about 10 minutes ago on the invite that he would be here, so we'll give him a few minutes. All right, yeah, so Matt's having issues with his voice, so
He's not muted, is he?
he's not on my end.
Mhm.
He said when he relogged in, it recognized that something was wrong, so
Oh, okay.
how was everybody's week one presentation?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Where I'm sitting right now is where I actually did my week 1 presentation. I just had a sheet up behind me.
Oh yeah.
Put some
I,
extra lighting in here.
yeah. I
I
have
was
a TV tray.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
good. How's it going?
What's going all right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
All right. So we're all here. The only one, Matt's just having issues with his mic. We can't hear him at the moment.
I see. Are you using a headset or anything? Oh, here he goes.
He's going to try it on the phone. We'll give him a second to get back in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I downloaded the app also just in case I wasn't going to be home in time to do this.
Yeah. Definitely makes some sense.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's back on.
Still can't hear him.
Nope. Well, it'll be a little difficult for him to practice his outline, but at least he's here and can chat in the chat during it. I'm not really sure if they want us to practice our speech per se, as in like doing our outline, or if they just want us to go over it.
I would guess at least this first week, just kind of go over it because it's more of a. This is what we're starting with before to make our presentation with. It's
For
kind of
next
hard to do a presentation just off of that.
Off of an outline. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Go over our key points. I had started reading Matt's post on the assignment prior to starting this, and then I saw Eli posted his, but I actually haven't read anybody else's yet. What are
Yeah,
you?
mine's not up yet. So
What are you doing yours on?
I was using apps to get rid of cable TV.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, it is.
I've definitely cut the cord, as to say.
Yeah.
It was actually, I thought it was more difficult trying to come up with an idea for this week than it was actually writing the outline after I got the idea.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I am doing how mobile gaming is, they did studies where it's proven to relieve stress, anxiety, and how people just use it to disconnect. So,
That's a good one.
and I only
Yeah,
did that because I was actually playing a game at the time, and I was like, oh, mobile games. What can I do with this?
Yeah, that definitely works.
Yeah, I read Matt's. He's doing the rise and impact of freemium games. So.
Oh, good. That's definitely a big one too.
Yeah.
Seems like that's where the industry's going for sure.
Yeah.
Like I will say, when it was coming to when she was asking us to explain how we would say it in layman's terms, for us, I guess when we're talking about apps, everybody uses apps, but she's trying to say how you would say it for somebody who doesn't use apps, but everybody uses their phone, so.
Yeah. They should know what an app is, right?
Yeah. If they don't, well, they've got an old brick Nokia somewhere.
Yeah.
So is there any issues anybody's having with any of the topics, or like the research or the main points, or getting any of that to pull together?
No, not yet, actually. I mean, like you, I had a lot of trouble coming up with the idea, and I finally decided on wearables. I was originally even looking at other companion devices like the Bluetooth trackers and stuff coming out, but I didn't find enough info on them, because it's a really small market. But yeah, once I've decided on wearables, I didn't have much trouble.
Gotcha.
I just need to finish reading everybody else's and come up with a reply of some sort, because that's also due tonight.
Yeah, I had to do that yesterday because I wasn't gonna have much time to do anything today, and I had to set this hour aside just to do this.
Ah.
Where's that? I'm just reading the rubric on this. Okay, so it says to practice our outline with our Google Hangouts team. So I'm guessing I should log in and see what everybody's. So how's everybody's like hook and getter? How are you guys doing? Are you doing it story, or are you gonna do like a joke, or try to get everybody hooked and then go into it?
I haven't really decided actually. Kind of messing around with stories, but what I have for my what I posted today is I'm gonna go with the story, but that's not really set in stone since I don't have the actual story yet.
Gotcha. My idea was, whoever I'm doing the presentation to, whether it be friends or family, say I was in an auditorium type scene, have everybody just pull out their phones and start asking about like the games that everybody knows, like Candy Crush and stuff like that, and then find out who actually plays it, who actually uses games, and then try to get a gauge of who doesn't have any games on their phone, and then gauge their stress level versus the people that do.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Eli?
Yeah, I'm still undecided. I'm most likely going to go with a story of some sort related to how wearables help with time saving and just overall helping out with basic tasks. But yeah, I'm not positive. I guess it'll definitely depend on how I end up setting up my week 4. But yeah, what I
How's
posted
everybody
was
feel about that about week 4?
I think that's kind of odd, actually, but it doesn't necessarily. I think I'm more nervous about getting everybody, together at the same time.
Yeah,
and more than the actual saying my presentation in front of them, and just like feel awkward about, hey, you want to come listen to me ramble about this, even though you don't care about it. And,
yeah, right.
They probably even know what we're really doing.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be the worst part, is because they know you're doing it for school. So, and if your friends are like my friends, they're gonna be making faces at you the entire time you're doing it.
Yeah.
And is it still only like 4 to 5 minutes, and then it's over?
I believe
think so.
3 to 5 minutes or something like that. Yeah, 4 to 5 minutes.
They're gonna be like, "That's it," or you had us come over for that.
It's like, look, we'll have beer after or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Not Eli, I'm sorry. Matt said he's going to talk about the project he worked on for a bit as part of his hooker and getter. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
I still don't have any real-world apps out there. It's just I decided I was going to wait until I was done with school before I actually concentrating on getting apps on the market.
Makes sense.
I actually put my game that we did for last class on the App Store just a couple days ago. So if you guys want to check it out. So.
My game was retarded. It
Mine
was just something that I come up with, and I was like, yeah, this is not something that would go on the market, but it made everything work. So.
What's the game that you put up on the market?
It's called Swimmy Fish, and then I put it up, and then I was searching for it the other day, and I noticed there's like probably 10 other apps with the same name almost. So, and they're almost the same game. It's actually kind of crazy, but so.
We'll have to see if I can find it.
Yeah, just you can search for my name if you want. I'll type it in there. You can find it on there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That might be easier than trying to.
Yeah.
Search for Swimmy Fish. Although I know what your app looks like, so.
Yeah. There's a lot of similar ones though. So it's pretty funny actually. So.
I wonder if they're all students that have done it.
I don't know. And I didn't notice that when I was coming up with the app. I mean, I thought it was like a Flappy Birds type thing, but I didn't know they had them for fish and stuff, and apparently they do. So I don't know.
All right.
Of course, mine's the best, but no. Sure.
All right. So, how is we'll skip the thesis statement because that pretty much is self-explanatory. But when it comes with connecting with the audience, how's everybody going to connect with the audience with their
I was just thinking about, asking people, letting them know that they could get rid of their bill. If you're paying, sometimes, if you got satellite or something, you're paying over $100 a month or close to it or whatever. For you got the HBO, Showtime.
Yeah.
You don't even watch. You probably watch what, like 5, 10 channels of all that. So just make people aware of it, and they can maybe save for a vacation or something, instead. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's funny. I bought a TV for my bedroom 3 years ago, and I think I've turned it on 3 times.
Yeah.
And so it's just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah.
For me, I'm probably going to start with my questions were my hooker and getter, and kind of connecting with the audience at the same time. So it kind of played in line. And then my credibility portion, it's, we're developers, so we have, a lot more understanding about this because we have to gauge everybody's opinions and what they're going to use app for. So we're more in tune with, I guess, our audience than with just somebody else.
Yeah, and one of my things I was gonna say that these are actually things that I do now. It's not just some kind of theory that I thought up of and how it could be possible. It actually works for me right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that'll be mine.
Matt plans on asking about the types of apps they use, free or paid, and then how satisfied they are with them, and engaging with his audience that way, which that's pretty cool. And then the preview, that's self-explanatory. We're pretty much saying what our 3 points are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody did comment on one of my 3 points. I don't remember who it was. About I could probably, because I had split up my 3 points to be either distraction with daily life, relieve stress, and then to reduce anxiety. But I can probably combine the anxiety and stress and come up with a 3rd point. So I'm tossing that around right now.
Yeah.
What about whoever's posted? Have you guys gotten any comments yet on? I know I commented on Matt's, or not Matt's, Corin's, because of her cosplay thing caught my eye. But has anybody else gotten comments, positive or negative feedbacks on their post yet?
No, I haven't gotten any yet. I don't think. I'm actually just going to check again because it's only been up for I think about an hour or 2.
Okay.
I still haven't posted mine yet, so.
And, Matt said he just posted his earlier also, so he hasn't got any yet. Has anybody read anybody else's posts that are non-mobile apps and seen how they were doing their outlines and
I read a couple of the top ones before I really got going, just to kind of see where everybody was, how they were wording it for Section A versus Section B, and
yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah, I was referencing theirs, and at first I was I guess the first post or 2. They put minimal information in their outline, and then when I was going over the rubric and stuff, I was it didn't make sense. They were posting so little, so I posted more than I guess what should have been, but I just felt more comfortable doing it that way than just a one-line answer.
Yeah.
And then I had to go research the APA reference formatting again. I had forgotten how to do that.
I always have to, every single time.
Yeah, English was never my subject, so.
Yeah.
Mama learned me good.
The conclusion, that's self-explanatory also. We're just concluding what we talked about. It's very structured the way they have the presentation they want to be. I like to jot down notes and wing it whenever I'm discussing everything or whenever I give a class on something. I've never actually made an outline like this of a presentation what I was going to do. I can see the positives for it, but when you're a person that just likes to wing it versus very structured, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Unless I go through and read through the scripts multiple times, and I always sound really robotic, and when I'm delivering it, I'd rather just do a couple bullet points and wing it between the two, and kind of somewhere in between, I guess. I'm not completely winging it, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more structured.
Yeah. It's kind of nice just so you can, you have talking points, for the details and stuff, even if you don't use it, but at least you have it in your head or whatever. So
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Matt said the same thing. Said it comes across more natural, winging it than this whole structured, which I agree, and I think you connect better with the audience. But during research, they were saying people who have who are very good speakers outline it and write everything down, and it's okay. I don't plan on being a very good speaker.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a developer. I can sit behind the computer. Is there any questions anybody has with this outline?
No, I think I'm pretty good. I just need to incorporate some research in mine. Then I'll be done. But I have everything else laid out already, so
okay.
Just need to go find some articles and work it in somehow. So.
Does anybody practice with anybody their speech prior to posting it?
I usually do like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 takes before I get it on the
final. I was reading that.
With recording the videos, I usually do a couple.
It's funny because they want you to do it in one take, but
I mean, I don't edit it together.
I think they're more interested in the seamless part.
Yeah. So it's like, I did it in one take, but it took me 10 tries to get it in one take.
It doesn't matter, it's a dozen before it, but...
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But I guess live, we're not going to have those 20 takes, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like practicing with yourself, really. I mean...
Yeah. And if that practice happens to be a good one, I might actually post it.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, when we do our final one, it'd probably be beneficial to practice because I don't know if we're gonna take multiple takes or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
In real life, you wouldn't. So.
Yeah. Chances are, at least the people I think I'm gonna invite to it, they might stick around for a couple of takes, but try and get them done over with as fast as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, so it looks like I'm just going over week 2 assignment. So the Google Hangouts week 1, it's technically not due till the 15th, so I'll get it posted probably tonight or tomorrow. And then I haven't actually looked at what our presentation is going to be like.
For this one, you mean?
For week 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's pretty much revising our outline based on feedback from fellow classmates, and then our week 2 discussion board, as well as our Google Hangouts team meeting. So pretty much we're putting, that outline plus what everybody's comments on it plus this. So if anybody has any questions on their outline or speech, then that's what we'll use for our final week 2 turn-in.
Okay.
But I think everybody's looking pretty good. I was just looking on there, so. What about you, Matt? I know it's hard because you can't speak. See if he types. Okay. Well, I don't think we'll need to use the whole hour if everybody's good. I'll go ahead and stop the broadcast here, and I'll get this posted, and I'll turn the link in. I guess for everybody else's, you can just put, like, I'm turning in the link for the assignment.
Oh, it's a turn-in, not a discussion post. That's what I was actually just reading through the PDF for it. There's what seems more like just ideas of what to do, the tongue twisters from a specific site and stuff like that. But the submission part, we're supposed to. It looks like each of us are supposed to upload our favorite 2 minutes of the Hangouts to YouTube, Vidler, or Vimeo, and post a link to it, and then answer. What did you learn from playing the delivery games? Oh, okay, so maybe we are required to at least try one of these games.
Yeah, I guess I should have opened up the Google to Hangout meeting. All right.
I hadn't until we started talking about it. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says 3 words at a time. So number each team member 1, 2, and 3, etc. This will be the team's speaking order. Try to retell the story of Cinderella using only 3 words at a time. What?
I don't even know if I know the whole story of Cinderella. There was
I don't either.
And some singing mice and pumpkin, right?
Yeah. Well, this can be hard. Matt, video, and okay. So video, sound.
We could do number 1.
Yeah. So it looks like video and sound have to be working. I guess sound the most, more than video. If
Oh, actually, for Matt, there is a thing that I've had happen before if I used my headphones like I'm using today, and then the next time I didn't. Go into settings and make sure your microphone is still set as the default mic or built-in mic, depending on which one you want to use.
Okay.
And change that. That might get you able to talk here.
He said he's going to check that. All right, so let's go over this. So step 1 is the delivery games. We can try to tell the story of Cinderella, I guess. Okay, step 2 is speech practice. Activity 1. Tell your group what your persuasive speech is about in your own words. Make sure you include the action you will ask to take, the week you learned about, importance of ethos, pathos, and logos. Describe how you're incorporating each of these 3 methods. Speech practice activity 2 is your goals. Consider the 3 goals you established in your first presentation during week 1. Oh wow, so there's a lot more in this Google Hangout than I thought. I guess I should have checked this.
And real quick, it does say we need to introduce ourselves one at a time. And we all need to record our own QuickTime sessions.
Oh, okay.
So let me get that set up.
All right.
Get that set up too.
Or you said you're recording this, and then you can, because we could all use the same one, and then we can.
Yeah, if you can set a link or something.
Yeah, because if we use, like when I do the broadcast, it'll broadcast it to YouTube. But if you want a QuickTime, I can upload it to Dropbox. Everybody can download it, and then trim it and edit out, your specific spots that you want.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think my video card would appreciate that. It's not such a big fan of the screencasts.
Not a problem.
Oh, it looks like Matt is going to try and reboot.
Okay.
So he should be back in just a minute.
While he's doing that, I'm going to finish reading the assignment here. I'm going to have to trim out the first 20 minutes of this QuickTime video.
There's still some stuff that we could use in it, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
We've already more or less gone through step 2. Although we didn't actually practice the speeches, I think since we're all just getting the outlines taken care of anyways, it's not really necessarily at the step we can practice them this week.
And it more says just tell your group what your persuasive speech is about in your words, so without reading your outline. And we've pretty much done that. We'll have Matt, reiterate his.
Yeah, with since he had to type before, and that way he'll have something to use later if we need it.
And then consider the 3 goals we set for ourselves during week 1's presentation, and then how we are overcoming those. And I would guess, okay, so my backdrop's not, presentation ready, because this was more of a Hangout. I did not realize this was going to be like that. But I would say, like what we were all talking about, the anxiety and stuff, it's a little bit different because we're not really presenting, we're just talking.
Yeah.
So overcoming those fears and and the goals that we had, it's a little bit different than it would be for normal presentation.
Yeah, so it's not quite. Alright, so let's see. Sorry, I'm flipping through some of these tongue twisters.
What tongue twisters are you looking at?
The link from the PDF is to ubersetzung.at. I probably did not pronounce that correctly.
Where are you looking at this on?
The PDF, Step 2, Game 2, Tongue Twisters. Select a tongue twister from this website, and that is a link.
Am I working now? Do I have audio?
Yes, hey.
Ah!
Ta-da!
Yeah. Sorry
Are
about
you
that.
on the Google Hangouts meeting too?
Thank you. I'm Matthew Lewis. I'm in the mobile development program with you guys. I don't know where we're at, so.
We all have an
we're
introduction,
actually.
so that was the first introduction.
Oh, good. Well, you're welcome.
I'm getting this from the Google Hangouts meeting _1_2014 from the Google Hangouts meeting number 1 activity.
Oh, you're in the Google.
Which I'm not actually seeing the Cinderella thing in this, so I wonder if I'm in the wrong one or something.
Yeah, I didn't see the 10 fingers one.
I'm under the Google Hangout meetings number 1.
Yeah, and then game 2, it has that. It says select a tongue twister from this website and has a link on it.
Yeah, I got
under
that.
week 2. And then it's a PDF, says Google Hangouts meeting number 1 _2014.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then look at game 2.
Okay, tongue twister. Oh, right on the top of the page. That's why I missed it. All right. Okay, I see it now.
All right, so I guess we can go ahead and why don't we just finish up the intros and then we can look at these games.
That works. All right, so I am Kevin O'Toole, and I am in the mobile development. We're on public speaking. What is this? 1501.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, who wants to go next?
Ryan Wall in Phoenix, Arizona, and in the mobile development degree, and public speaking online 1501.
All right, and I'm Elijah Freestone. Most people call me Eli. I'm located in Loveland, Colorado, and I'm in the mobile development program as well. This is public speaking 1501.
And I should probably add that I'm in St. Louis because I didn't say that earlier. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't state, but I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where there's no snow, it's hot, and I laugh at everybody who's in the snow right now.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay, so we will move on to game 1. All right, so who wants to be 1, and then we'll go from there.
So we hold up our 10 fingers, I guess?
I guess we're all supposed to be recording our faces as we're holding up our... I guess we're supposed to be seeing each other, so you're holding up your fingers. I don't know if... I know...
Yeah, at the bottom.
What's that?
I can see you guys at the bottom.
Okay. I don't see anybody moving, but it just might be me.
Yeah,
so if you see yourself moving, that's good.
Could be bandwidth issues or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then we're going to do... where did I see this Cinderella thing before?
I don't know. I was looking for that.
Maybe I was in week 2. The Google Hangouts 2, meeting 2. I think that's what I was in.
Maybe.
I'm like, because this does not look like what the PDF I was just looking at. Okay, so what are we doing?
We're asking yes, no questions. I didn't finish reading it, though. I came back to see what everybody was doing. And
Oh, okay, they're like...
So if you
It's
can't
almost
answer
like
yes, then take down a finger.
Gotcha. It's almost like that Never Have I Ever game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start. Has anybody lived in Florida? Wait, no. If I say yes, I put a finger down, right?
Correct.
Wait, no. Let me change that.
No.
Yeah, and the goal is
Say
to
no.
be the last one with fingers up.
Okay, all right. So I read that wrong. All right, so somebody else go first because I don't know.
Have you ever lived in Arizona?
Does yes? Well, I was stationed out there. Does that count?
Yeah,
was
but if you only put your finger down if you cannot say yes.
Well, it's a half yes. It was only 6 weeks. All right, who wants to go next?
We'll just take one straight from the PDF. Do you have a dog?
Yes.
Nope.
All right, why am that's 2 down for me.
Has anybody worked at a coffee shop?
No. But I absolutely drink coffee 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I worked at a coffee shop inside of a grocery store, kind of floated back and forth between the grocery store and coffee shop.
Yeah, okay.
Finger down.
Starbucks got for 5 years, so.
Everybody laughs at me. They're like, "Why don't you go work at Starbucks?" I was like, "It would take my enjoyment away."
Yeah, kind of does. I'm still recovering.
All right. So, has anybody gone whitewater rafting?
Yes.
Yep.
No.
It's on my bucket list. I haven't done it yet.
Has anyone climbed Mount Everest?
No.
Nope.
Twice.
Did somebody say twice?
Yeah, I did, but I'm. Let's see. Who has played football in college or something?
Not in college.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I just kind of did myself in there too, so.
All right.
Have you ever flown an airplane before?
Yes.
Model or real?
Don't matter.
Model.
Paper?
Not a real.
Yeah, no.
Does a helicopter count as an airplane?
Kind of depends on who you ask.
Yep. I'm gonna end up putting a finger down, but has anybody traveled overseas?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So where are we standing? I've got 6 left.
Got 4.
I've got 7. We could do 5 fingers and make this a bit faster since we're already 36 minutes in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I'm
who's
done.
You're
out
okay
then?
with that?
I'm done.
Oh, you've already 5 down?
Yeah, I was at 4, and then we decided
Oh.
to change the rules.
Whoops.
Well,
that's
we don't
fair.
have to. We
Okay
can
with
keep
that.
it with
Yeah,
that
we can-
fingers.
No. I'm really okay. I was just giving you
okay.
trouble.
Well, how about you can still ask questions then?
Yeah, fair enough. Who uses an Android phone?
Nope.
Nope.
Just got the pinky.
I could have kept my finger on that one.
I'm the only one that uses Android?
I use Android. Who else does?
I think we all have Android phones, but as my main phone, I have an Xperia Z1S.
Nice. Okay.
I'm an iPhone user. I'm one of them.
I like both. I don't care.
All right.
All right. So the tongue twister.
We good?
We're moving on? All right. I'm
All right.
okay with that.
Yep.
All right. So
So I guess we could just, everybody picks a number and they say the tongue twister.
all right, and we got to do, what does it say? 4 to 5 tongue twisters. Yep. Yep.
Each person needs to say one themselves, and then we have to say it back as a group. Right?
I guess we can reference.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. So there'll only be 4 to 5 different tongue twisters total.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'll read the first one, and then you guys will just all do it together, I guess. I'll do the number
Okay.
1.
All right.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Nice.
Not bad.
And now we all have to say it together.
All
All
right.
right.
So
All right. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickles. A peck of pickles.
Yeah, it's harder than everybody else is saying it. Taking
I
up
know.
on its own.
Yeah.
If Peter Piper picked a pepper peck pickles, where's the pepper pickles?
Pepper picked.
I couldn't even understand anybody on that.
Yeah, that was a mess.
All right.
All right, so number 2.
I can't do number 2. It makes me curse involuntarily.
Does it?
Yeah, man, I did that one earlier, and I was like, that's not going on there.
All right, so we'll skip number 2, and I'll do number 3 then. How many boards could the Mongols hoard if the Mongol hordes got bored?
How many
boards
could the
Mongols
Mongols
hoard
hoard if the
Mongols
Mongols
got
got bored?
Got bored. Okay. All right, so next.
I'll do number 4 then. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can?
Whoa.
How can a clam
How can a
clam
in a cream
can?
Oh, I messed up.
Start over.
How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? That one was the most difficult so far, I think. All right, last one.
All right, so we're on number 5, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Send toast to 10 tents, stout saints, 10 tall tents.
All right.
It's a hard one.
Send toast to 10
stout
saints,
saints,
10 tall tents.
tents. Well, alrighty. Oh,
That's a good
That
one.
was pretty cool. You know, the funny thing is, I'm over here doing the QuickTime recording, and I have the PDF above, where I'm actually recording the screen.
Mm.
The good thing it's broadcasting on YouTube also, so
Okay.
we'll have both the YouTube and the QuickTime link. So
Oh, sweet.
All right.
the YouTube link will only be the Google broadcast. It won't be any of my screen that's going in front of it.
Okay.
So you get to choose your 2 minutes. I guess if you can pull the YouTube video that way also.
Okay.
All right, so speech practice activity 1. In your own words, tell your group what your speech is about. In your words, highlight the parts that you think are most interesting. Make sure to include a reason why you chose the topic. We pretty much went over that in the beginning, but I guess we can quickly touch up on it now just so it's at this part of the video. I'll go first. Mine is about mobile gaming and how it has been proven to reduce stress, or how people use it just to get away, to disconnect. So my points I'm going to use are, the disconnect that people use, the ability to relieve stress and to relieve anxiety. I'm probably going to combine those as per the comment that somebody left me and come up with a third point. Just haven't thought of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say? The points that are most interesting is I did see a study that showed that 50% of people use their games just to get away from work or just take a break from reality, and that was 50% men and women. It was actually higher, and the next percentage down was much lower of what they use it for. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna tie the whole making everybody pull their cell phones out, see what games they have, find the guilty culprits that have Candy Crush still on their phone. Cricket. Anybody else have Candy Crush?
I never played it. So.
Nope.
I played it once, only because my mom made me download it to send her some lives or something.
Yeah, right.
Make you harass everybody around you.
Yeah. All right, so who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Mine's going to be about using apps to get rid of your cable TV. Parts that are interesting. You're going to save money, and the one thing a lot of people don't know about is you can use an antenna now, and it's all digital. So it's in high def, just like you would get it, over satellite or cable TV, anyways. So, and the reason I chose the topic is because I'm already doing it. So something I don't know. Something I already kind of know about, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, next.
I'll go next. I'm trying to find my piece so I can kind of reference it while I talk, but okay, here we go. So I kind of already mentioned it earlier, but I am doing kind of the the rise of the freemium game, and it's kind of more of its impact on the not even game. I'm sorry, apps. Oh, you're good. No, it's not even just games; it's apps too. But the rise of this more freemium model. So like free to initially download, they make their money some other way, usually ads, in-app purchases, purchasing a one-time mega module that makes it the premium version. So I have a little bit of experience. I work for a startup company right now in St. Louis, which is bizarre in itself. There's only about 10 of us, but we do some contract work for people sometimes, and we had a guy who's really all about sepsis. He actually lives kind of close to you, Kevin, in Florida. But we had to make an app for awareness for that. It's on iOS and Android, but there is a lot of debate and discussion as to what pricing model we would go with, and we ended up just going free for now, and then later we're going to be doing a more premium one. So I have like this interest in it, definitely. But so yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I am interested in that kind of stuff anyways. I think there's a lot of psychology that goes into why people will pay and why, and I think that's interesting personally. So, but that's my thing.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, so I guess that just leaves me. Mine's actually about wearables, and the primary focus of it is the growth of wearables, how fast they've been growing. Smartwatches, fitness stuff. But there's all kinds of other stuff that falls into that umbrella category of wearables, like Google Glass. But then I also have a secondary point of how they help in daily life. And I think actually the most interesting point is actually my main point 3. And that's a study by Samsung actually found that the average smartphone user pulls out and peeks at their screen of their phone about 150 times a day, even if it's just, popping it out for a sec, which then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I'm guilty of that. So, I guess that was, it made sense when they said it, but I didn't think it was that high before that.
Yeah. Now you're going to have me, throughout the day count. I'm going to get OCD and count how many times I take my phone out of my pocket.
Yeah. Should be an app for that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there is.
I actually bought the Moto 360 watch. I haven't gotten to develop anything for it yet. I haven't had any time with our classes being a little bit more intense lately, but kind of look forward to messing with it. I'm just a tech nerd. I like buying all these little gadgets and stuff. I'm sure you guys are kind of similar, so.
Yeah, when I can afford it at least.
Yeah. So.
So step 2 of this is citing our sources. So we're going to talk through the information we're using for each source, phrase information, and the citations the way you plan to say them in your speech. Include at least 2 pieces of information. So I kind of did that already when it came to our main points, and when they wanted the research article, I'm gonna reference it by somehow incorporating saying in this article I read. I don't know now. It's easier thinking about it than saying it. It's because you don't want to quote in an article by like when I have Cindy Goodman, one of the people she actually interviews, saying a quote she said was, "We have so much on our minds, we just want to escape." And that's pretty much it for a lot of people. They just want to take their phone out, play a game for a few minutes, forget about work. So I'm going to kind of incorporate it that way by including it into part of the story instead of just, this is an article by so-and-so, and this is what they said. So, you know what I mean? Make it more lively and more conversational, and that's what she's getting at here. And this is, to make our citation sound as conversational as possible. So, and I guess for she wants us to at least source 2. Right now, the other article was the one that I had read that it was on eMarketer. It was a website, and they were saying 50% of people, both men and women, use their games to relieve stress. Even if it's just a fighting game, you're relieving stress by kicking somebody's butt in a game. So that is mine. And I will definitely, I have to work on that, make that a little bit more conversational instead of just, it sounds more of I'm reading a note card about an article. So I've got to figure out how to incorporate that better.
And then for mine, I was saying earlier, I haven't done my sources yet, but one piece I do know that I'm going to be going out to look for is just on the antenna portion of my speech. It'll just say that some kind of source where it says the government has recently made it or mandated that all over the air broadcast be digital, and so that's pretty much all I have for that. So
until you get your sources. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so the first one I had, it was an article titled "Paid Apps on the Decline. 90% of iOS apps are free, up from 80 to 84% during 2010 to 2012." That's basically the worst title I've ever seen, but that was the title. And the author was, it's just like this ridiculous, more of a sentence really, but the author was Sarah Perez. Actually, I don't have in front of me where that's from. That was TechCrunch. If you guys ever have been to that website, it's kind of I like the website sometimes. But she actually had a really good point. The reason or how the pricing model, that free pricing model, came around was a lot of actual testing during alpha and beta periods during development. And basically they did a lot of research into the willingness of users to pay up front versus wanting to pay later once they were satisfied. So it was kind of an interesting read from that standpoint. My second one is by somebody named June Thomas, and the title is Candy Crush Saga brings in, this is the interesting part, $633,000 per day, which is completely believable, but yeah, per day. And it was really interesting because it kind of dove a little bit more in depth into why and how that is, because I'm sure you said you played it, Kevin. It's got some addictive gameplay elements, and they only give you, it's like a lot of freemium games where they give you a limited number of resources, so you have the option to wait some time in order to get more of that resource, or you can harass somebody for more of it, or you can pay for it even. And then my final one, sorry, I'm trying to move a little bit quicker here for us, guys. Ted Nash, and it is "Are Freemium Apps Killing Game Developers?" And that one was probably my favorite article. He was very objective, though, which I appreciated, because some people are pro or against freemium, very hardcore. But he was very objective in how he presented a lot of the facts, and he had a lot of charts and stuff. But he raised some interesting points that there's really, among the top grossing games on both app stores, there's really only 2 or 3 very large companies that are making those games. It's not a whole lot of smaller scale developers, so it's kind of dominated by a couple big players right now in the industry. That's it. So it's really harder for smaller developers to break in and make it in the same freemium model as these bigger companies. So that's it for me then. So that's all of mine.
Is that everybody?
Eli still there?
Uh-oh.
He looks like he's still logged on. I haven't seen him log off.
Anyways, I think I'm going to go more with the way Kevin's talking, not directly citing, but more conversationally stating what they say in this case, that 2013 there were 6.2 million wearables sold. 2014 is estimated at 19.1 million, or 19.2 million, but that they also project that sales will be up to 112 million by 2018.
Wow.
Again, I'm not directly quoting there, but I want to make it more of a more fluid, natural, conversational tone to it. But yeah, with that basic information on it. And then I guess the other one I'll go ahead and mention is what I already talked about before, and is Max Chafkin states it in "Cyborgs won't be the only ones to love next-gen wearables." It was actually from a magazine. I found it on EBSCO. The magazine was Fast Company, which I've never actually heard of before, but it's a tech type thing. But yeah, they're talking about that Samsung in usability tests found that the average user pulled out their phone 150 times a day. I thought that was wild. like I already said.
Yeah. And I don't doubt it at all.
Uh-oh. Did you drop off, Eli?
He got his speech out and then dropped off.
I thought when he said what he was doing, I thought he said werewolves and not wearables. And I was like, this is gonna be awesome.
There he is. All right. So it looks like for step 3 of this assignment, we each gonna find your favorite 2 minutes.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just checked out for a sec there. That was weird.
Yeah, Matt was making fun. He thought you said werewolves, not wearables.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that'd be an amazing presentation.
Werewolves are real, man.
All right. So I'll post this broadcast. I hope when it posts, it shows everybody when you talk and it's supposed to flip, because it hasn't been on my end.
It hasn't been on mine either, but if it doesn't, we still have the little ones on the bottom. It's not too big of a deal, but yeah, I'm hoping to. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your pictures on the bottom don't even move for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're kind of moving most of the time for me, but not always. I think it depends on bandwidth.
I am stating that in this video so that if there is an issue, she
Makes
knows
sense.
we stated it. But I'm hoping once it broadcasts, it shows everything. Once it actually posts it to YouTube. Now I know the quick time that I'm posting, though, it's only going to show what my computer shows.
Okay.
So it's not going to show everybody else's, your bigger screen and stuff like that. So if you know how to download the YouTube video to edit and take what 2 minutes you want, it might be easier from there. Or if anybody else has QuickTime videoed it along with this. If not, I will put that in a link, and then I'll email everybody the Dropbox link for that. And then we just got to answer the question.
Cool.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks for doing
Sorry, then are we going to meet up next week same time, or how do you guys
Yeah, I'd say same time next week will work best. It seemed to work good for everybody this week.
Okay.
So right now, if not tonight, tomorrow I'll send out the link again for next week's assignment. Next week's Hangout.
Okay, awesome.
We'll go from there.
All right. Nice to meet you guys. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice to meet you as well. You guys have a good week.
You too. Hopefully the video works out better next time. Next time I'll definitely read the assignment beforehand. I was reading just a little snippet in the introduction where it said to practice it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think to look into this. I don't know why. But
Well, in all fairness, most of the previous classes, the main bulk of the assignment was in the actual activity as opposed to in PDF. So, it's definitely I made the same mistake. So we'll call it good. We're probably not the only ones.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
All right. We'll see you later.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.